record permission, though.
That's true, Geoff. I do have to do everything.
Well, I will actually take this one as my fault. I have been preemptively giving him record permission previously, so
Well,
he just probably figured I would know what to do at this point. So
First he steals your woolly mammoth meatball story, and now he's blaming you for technical issues.
yeah, he just every now and then he's got to get his dick out and whip it around so we don't forget who's in charge.
Yeah, I guess today he's hitting you with his dick.
Jesus, are you guys sharing tampons today? What the fuck's the matter with you two?
I just saw an opening. Figured I'd go for it.
It does take a village to fuck this show up, and we get it done pretty regularly, but nobody's on fucking YouTube anyway.
I feel like my brand of uselessness makes me innocent in the situation. Like, I'm not expected to do much around here. I can't be blamed for when things go wrong.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it that way.
Yeah, it's just me and Shuddy.
Yeah. The adults.
So anyway,
Yeah, speaking of which, you two homos came up with a new game. Are we going to talk about that? Or, oh, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Woolly Mammoth Meatballs. I'm down. Can we just...
because it's
Like,
not
is that
the
a
actual...
saying now, or is it just like...
Well, it's not the actual woolly mammoth. They, like, cloned the meat particles or proteins or some bullshit and then grew
Someone needs to stop them.
woolly mammoth meat and turned it into meatballs. And then I guess some scientists ate it.
So it was not intended to be eaten.
Was the
The meatball.
scientist named Anthony Fauci?
The scientists wanted to get people excited about, this is a direct quote. We wanted to get people excited about the future of food being different to potentially what we had before. So what their intention was to show that you could make meat from synthetic, you could synthesize meat so that way we weren't so reliant on agriculture. Cultured meat, not simulated.
They couldn't try this with
meat.
They couldn't try this with
What
meat
are the
we already
farmers
have.
gonna do?
Yeah. It says cultured meat or grown meat from animal cells requires less space and less water than raising livestock does. Because it is created in a lab, cultured meat may also be designed to meet taste and nutritional preferences.
Geoff, would you eat a human steak if it was manufactured and not cut off somebody's ass?
No, dude. We already talked about this. I'm not down for cannibalism in any way, shape, or form.
It's not cannibalism if it didn't come from an actual human, right?
Yeah, if it was grown in a petri dish, would you eat it?
No, I don't believe in that stuff. I don't think that should be happening.
Well, that's how this woolly mammoth meatball was made.
I think those scientists should be murdered. And I think the
right.
scientists coming up with our AI should be murdered as well.
I don't know, Geoff, you're coming off awfully woke right now.
I don't mean to go Linda Hamilton out here, but I mean, these motherfuckers need to be stopped.
Yeah, some of this AI, there's an AI death metal band. I guess they brought some musicians into a studio and fed it a lot of riffs, like death metal riffs, all the instrumentals, vocal stylings and stuff, and then let an AI make a whole song, a whole death metal song, and create the band and music video. And it turned the AI went fucking orc with it. They made an orc metal band and then a CG music video, which is actually kind of cool. It does look kind of World of Warcrafty, but the drummer is like this enormous fucking ogre just with two, what the fuck are those things called? Like drumsticks? Mallets. Yeah, sure, mallets. Beating on a drum, and then there's like a teeny tiny orc sitting on its back with a full drum kit that's just like blasting away. I mean, it sounds like a Monomarth, but you see stuff like that, and it kind of bums me out. I don't want to be tricked by robots. I want art created by humans. I already saw that chat GPP or whatever the fuck that thing is. It's writing like acceptable screenplays. You can tell that thing, be like, hey, write me a screenplay about, a rom-com between a weasel and a horse or some shit. And supposedly this thing fucking will crank out a screenplay that's passable. So I'm actually sitting here kind of crossing my fingers that I can get in just under the finish line and make one of the last human movies ever.
Yeah. Yeah, who do you think makes a movie first? Kevin Kraft or ChatGPT?
I hate this.
I believe in you, Kevin. You're on the doorstep. ChatGPT, they still got a few more hurdles to clear.
But then, like, it could also be like kids cheating on their fucking homework. Like, what if there's some screenplay writer who's written a bunch of studio movies in the past, and they're like, hey, we need you to write the reboot of, fucking Ghostbusters for the 4th time. And then he's just like, shit, I'm tapped out. I don't have any ideas. I'll just go into this chat GPT thing. No one will be the wiser. And you got all these motherfuckers cheating on their homework.
Plagiarism.
Yeah. What if it starts bleeding into sports? Is that going to bum you out?
How can it bleed into sports?
Well, what if all these owners suddenly decide these athletes are just too goddamn expensive?
No,
And
I hate it.
They can create AI players, and the graphics are so good it looks like a real baseball game.
Just like video games.
Yeah.
You just simulate a video game. I don't know. I wouldn't watch that. I guess there is a chance one day that could happen. I'm not going to rule it out. I mean, I think the super rich want to go to full-on automation and AI as quickly as possible so they can keep their billions and then add to the stack. That's where my mind goes when I see AI or automation. It's like, okay, there's very little room for jumping in between advancing in social classes already. If you have AI and automation controlled by fucking 30 people, then like how is anyone ever going to become rich again? It's just going to be the same fucking people.
Well, if you look into the land of fiction for this, the Animatrix.
Okay, perfect. What do they say?
It kind of does a prequel to the Matrix in I think like 7 or 8 short animated thingies, and one of them is it shows right before the robots take over, like what human society was like. And it was essentially AI and robotics became so advanced that every job possible was done by robots and shit. So nobody had to work, and everything was just we got paradise on Earth. Nobody has a job. Nobody has to work. You just do what you want. You want to go out and get drunk all day? Alcohol's free. Go get wasted. It was like a utopia.
Where'd it go wrong?
People took the Jeff Clark approach and were abusive to their robot workers, and then they got all pissed off and revolted.
Okay, why would robots have feelings?
Because it's AI. They get advanced.
I think you're just further explaining my side of things here.
Do you think...
Which is fuck AI.
It's kind of not in human capacity to be nice to something that you don't think you have to be nice to. You know? Like, if we could all have advanced AI and robots to where nobody had to have a job and everything was free, people just couldn't resist being dickheads to their robot servants.
This is my whole thing with Westworld. Like, I just never, whenever, like, you would see this gruesome murder, and you'd be like, oh, God. And then you found out that person for a thing was a robot, and I would just not even care. Like, all right, well, give a fuck. It's not even, like, whatever. It's a robot. Kill it, rape it, do whatever. Like, that's what's cool about Westworld. And now these fucking things have feelings, and you got to, like, worry about how they I guess, feel about a certain situation. Just like, well, that defeats the purpose of Westworld. And I don't know. There's enough human feelings to care about. Why the fuck would I care about a robot?
I feel like this came up years ago on a random brain question or something. And I think Shuddy and I were on the record saying we would be nice to our robot butlers, and Geoff, you would treat yours like a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. I would tie it up to the tree in the backyard and whip it.
Jesus Christ.
But I would make sure it's a white lady.
Oh, that's very progressive of you. So
it's woke, perhaps.
You would abuse your robot servants and take your frustrations out on them.
My white robot servants.
Yeah.
I mean, perhaps. Yeah. If it helped me feel better about things, yeah.
And would you be surprised if they revolted against you and murdered you bone tomahawk style? Where they
absolutely not
strip you naked, hold you up by your ankles, and then hack at your grundle with an axe until you're split in two.
I think as soon as we build whatever androids or human AI, the countdown starts on the end of civilization. It's just.
Some would argue that already took place when we built, weapons that could destroy the planet 17 times over.
That's fair. That's
dude,
fair.
What are you guys?
Oppenheimer.
I was just thinking that, dude. That trailer plays so often. Every time I go to the movies, and I still am every time the trailer ends, I'm like, fucking give me that movie. God, that looks so good. It kind of reminds me of Chernobyl in a way, where I'm like, oh man, these stupid bastards with all that power and so little brain. They really did kind of toy with obliterating us. And I feel the same way about the Chernobyl disaster and some of these motherfuckers that are creating miniature black holes in labs. It's what's the guarantee you can keep those things miniature?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to go Republican here, but how do we feel about the lab leak theory? I mean, I know how I feel, but how do you guys feel? Because I have liberal friends who still think it's a racist idea, which it doesn't even make sense because pretty sure the lab that Republicans are accusing COVID was leaking out of is an American facility just based in China.
Honestly, I have no idea. I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility that it started in a lab. I have no idea. Everybody is just so fucking rah-rah. I know 100% I'm right, even though I work as a Walmart greeter. It's all right. I feel like at this point in time, you can spend enough time Googling where you'll find somebody that agrees with any fucking batshit theory you pull out of your ass. So, at this point, my main focus is telling people fart jokes.
Yeah, we got a little off course, I guess. I forgot the point that I was trying to make anyway. So.
I forgot what we were even fucking talking about.
Woolly mammoth meatballs.
We're still on that. Damn it!
Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't condone cloned meat, but I would be interested in trying a woolly mammoth meatball once.
I mean, what's the matter, Shuddy? You look
How
defeated.
Are you going to try woolly mammoth if you don't want it to be cloned?
No, I'm saying I wouldn't make it a habit, but this one time I would do it.
What about if they brought woolly mammoths back a la Jurassic Park? Would you slaughter a woolly mammoth and eat its meat?
I hate Jurassic Park. They should have murdered that old doctor immediately when he came up with the idea. Someone should have killed him. So no,
fair enough.
I'm not excited about this idea. I'm just saying, if someone served me a dish, and I wouldn't drive out of the way, Massa's and Echo Park, the Chicago deep dish pizza, goddamn delicious. I'm willing to drive out of my way, I don't know, once a year to go get it. I'm never going to do that for a woolly mammoth meatball.
What if
I mean,
Moss's had?
it would have to be like a Trader Joe's like seasonal special.
Yeah.
It's like woolly mammoth meatball gnocchi.
Yeah, sprinkled with crumbled JoJo's and
Yes.
cannoli dip.
Woolly mammoth jingle jangle.
Yeah, you know,
Which they got spring jangle now, and I almost bought it for a snack attack. I probably should, but wasn't that excited by the contents.
really, yeah, because you've kind of become like your Patreon snack attack videos are. I mean, they have informed a lot of my decisions when I pop by Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I haven't really done fast food in a while. I mean, I'm gaining weight, so it's not like I'm eating healthy, so I'm not doing fast food. Like the only time I eat fast food is usually like an In-N-Out move. But otherwise, I'm like ordering Postmates from like just local spots. So there's a couple like fast food items I need to kind of check off my list, but like I'm in a Trader Joe's once or twice a week, and they just always have something new. So it's like kind of easy for me.
I always hate when we spend so much time talking about food.
And then it makes you all hungry and shit.
I'm starving now. Thanks, guys.
Well, I should take this opportunity to thank the Puminati who got me an air fryer.
Oh, I forgot to. Yeah, how did that go?
You needed that.
Were you so excited when you opened it on
Friday?
On Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, where are we at with the Kevin Kraft Cooks Patreon series?
Not going forward with that title, but I did stock up on
Kevin
some
Kraft
items. Nope, not that one either. But I will be making some Trader Joe's inspired air fryer moves. And I will put a video up on Patreon. So thank you, everybody. It does feel kind of weird to burn my GoFundMe on an air fryer and not save it for when I get ass cancer, but very nice of everybody.
There's no one saying that you can't have multiple GoFundMes in your lifetime.
Hey, you can get two.
I don't know. When I get ass cancer and that GoFundMe goes out, people are like, I like the guy, but I already fucking gave like $20 on that air fryer. So why don't you air fry the cancer out of your ass?
Yeah, why doesn't this asshole use the air fryer to get the cancer out? Yeah, they would say that, wouldn't they?
Trader Joe's has a cookie butter ice cream.
Boing.
Yeah. Dude, Trader Joe's is legit. I go there. I'm telling you, I go there all the time. So preaching the choir about the shit.
Well, why don't we reset a little bit and play a game? We were going to do this last week, but we ran out of time. And this is another fun one that's going to rely on Geoff and I potentially sounding very stupid, and perhaps Shuddy Boy, even, who's hosting the game, sound very stupid. I feel like that's our bread and butter. People really like it when we are as dumb as possible, and this could potentially expose us greatly. So,
good thing I'm a natural at that.
Without further ado, Geoff, are you ready to play the Mexican Name Game? Well,
Spanish name game.
Yeah, well, could this...
That is a big old fucking
be Argentinian names in there?
I mean, I can't comment on the origin specifically of the name, but they are names with Latin flair, and you guys have to guess what their English counterpart is.
How do you feel about that, Geoff?
I feel like I'm going to beat you.
You might. I like your chances.
Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu.
Yep, that's exactly what we can. We're gonna. I was thinking that I should have told you guys this well in advance, that you should write down what you're going to say.
Well,
so that way there's no.
You know, I always have my Post-its, Shuddy boy.
So there's no, you can't, nobody can piggyback off the other person.
Fair enough. Oh, man, now we get to mock my handwriting, too. This is going to be sweet.
But we'll start with a softball to get everybody into the swing of things.
Alejandro
With Ricardo.
Well, okay.
Can I guess this first?
As soon as Kevin's done writing.
I'm done writing. I'm done.
I'm going to guess it's Richard.
Shuddy boy, just like Geoff, I've got dick.
All right. You both have a point.
Yay!
Nice. Starting with an easy par 4. Like it.
Yeah.
Nice little birdie.
A little bit more difficult. Pablo.
Hold on. Okay. Okay, I think I got this one. All right. Is it...
All right, you guess first.
Are we sticking with nicknames for penises and going with Peter?
Oh, I was going to go with... I wanted bitch-ass Paul.
Bitch-ass Paul it is.
Fuck!
Nice.
You should call him bitch-ass Pablo from now on.
Pablo sounds cooler than Paul, I think. Although Paul is a good Italian name. I don't know where I stand on that.
Shit. All right.
Carlos.
Kevin, you never dated a Mexican, have you?
Yeah, I have. Carlos.
I don't remember that.
She went to a different school.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I had one of those types of girlfriends too, Kevin.
I had them all throughout high school, actually.
You don't know her. She goes to a different school.
Yeah, it's from Burn Hills chick.
All right, you go first this time, Geoff.
I guess Charles.
Oh. See, I just whacked a couple letters off and went with Carl.
God damn. Geoff running away with it.
What?
Parmesan poof.
So wait a second. What's the Hispanic version of Carl then? If it's not Carlos.
Doesn't
There
exist.
probably isn't one.
All right. Whatever. I already hate this fucking game.
Is Carl short for anything?
All right,
Carlos.
Kevin. I think I'm confident you can get on the board with this one.
Okay.
Pedro.
Wait, did we just... Oh, no. Never mind.
We did Pablo.
Pedro.
As in Pedro Martinez.
Okay.
Or Pedro Pascal.
I guess I'm going first on this one.
Yep.
I could be wrong, but I thought that just meant father, didn't it?
Nope, that's Padre.
Come on, dude. Are you like trying? This is a disgrace. I'm going with Peter.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I already guessed that one.
For the wrong word.
And, yeah, it was wrong.
Fuck.
That's why I was confident you could do this.
It's not a Survivor League, Kevin. You can guess the same thing twice.
Yeah.
You've just been Geoff. Fucking pussy.
Yeah. I really know these Mexicans, huh?
All right, this is a twofer. We're going to do two back-to-back that are similar. Lorenza with an A. Lorenza.
Like the actress Lorenza Izzo in a lot
Sure.
of Eli Roth movies.
Sure. You say so.
Okay, I have finished writing.
All
Me
right,
too.
Geoff, what did you guess?
I guess Lauren.
Oh, come on now. It's got to be Lauren, right?
It is Lauren.
Yeah!
All right. And what about Lorenzo?
What?
Go ahead, Kevin.
Lorenza is the feminine. Lorenzo is the masculine.
Ha! It just came to me. Blow! Lawrence. Whoops. Hold on.
I went Lawrence as well.
Did either one of you spell it right?
I don't know.
It looks like, Jeff, you have the W in there, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Kevin spelled it wrong, but he gets the point also.
How the fuck?
Oh, wow. We're allowing Kevin to play from the fucking chick tease, huh?
I love that he just threw a CE on the end of Lauren and thought that's how Lawrence was spelled.
Well, my dad's name was Lawrence.
Yeah, didn't he spell it L-A-W?
Yeah, but I thought he was like Geoff, spelling it weird.
No.
Everybody just called him
Kevin's
Larry.
script writing software has autocorrect.
Which, while your father has organically come up in conversation, we picked Michaela up from school on Friday and ate at the diner. And I had...
The one that I used to go to with my dad?
Yep, and I had the best French toast and breakfast sausage links I've ever had in my life.
Wait, is it? It's 4 seasons, right? Or is it 7 seasons?
All seasons.
Something seasons, yeah. Yeah, that place fucking rules. The one right by the Monmouth Mall?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it was delicious. All right. Cristobal.
Crystal ball?
Yeah, Cristobal.
All right. I mean, that seems kind of easy, but who goes first this time?
Jeff.
You might have spelled it wrong, but I went with Christopher.
Let me see the spelling on that. I also did that.
All right, you both get a point. All right, here comes a curveball.
Uh-oh.
Esperanza.
I don't know why, but wait. Aranza?
With an A, yes. Esperanza.
What? But, okay, hold on. Why did Shuddy call this a curveball?
Because I'm not going to explain it, actually.
I was just thinking out loud. Esperanza.
You know that's cheating. Don't think out loud.
Oh boy, I really fucked up. All right, I'm ready.
Kevin, guess first.
I went with Ephraim.
Well,
Perfect.
it's a female. Yeah, it's a female name that I gave you, but you came back with the male. So there's that.
I almost did the exact same thing. I was going to go Steven, but instead I went Stephanie. How was that?
I mean, if we're giving points for closeness, you were the right gender at least.
Oh,
But
come
it's
on.
Hope.
Oh, I was never getting there. I
Parmesan.
don't even feel bad about that one.
Yeah, come on. Esperanza is hope.
I mean,
All right.
it's not supposed to be easy, Kevin.
Well, this one I think is another softball, but with the way Kevin's been playing, who knows?
Oh yeah, you're acting all big and tough when you got all the answers there, Shuddy.
Felipe.
Okay. My answer is written down.
Jeff.
I got Philip.
I have Philip as well.
All right.
And I'm perfect. Oh, wait, no. I'm 8-1 here.
Javier.
Oh man, I feel like I'm supposed to know this one and I don't. Wait a second. Think, Kevin, you idiot. Javier. Oh, Javier. Oh! Okay. I think I got it. Is it my turn?
It's Javi. No, it's your guess, Kevin.
George!
Oh, I went with David.
Both are incorrect.
No!
It was Javi, wasn't it?
Xavier. So he would be Professor Javier.
Interesting. I always thought Xavier was Hispanic in nature to begin with. Does kind of sound like it, right?
Is it pronounced Xavier or Xavier?
I've always pronounced it Xavier.
Yeah, I was saying that about when I was breaking down the Final Four, or not Final Four, March Madness. One of the teams in the bracket is Xavier, and I said Xavier, and I was corrected in my own podcast.
Don't you love it when that happens?
No. I mean, it's one thing to say stupid shit on the Mad Scientist Party Hour. It's another thing to say stupid shit on Outkick Bets of Geoff Clark.
Yeah, stupid is our brand. But when it bleeds out outside of this realm, it kind of hurts.
Yeah. It's fun and charming in this world, but in the other world, it's probably annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, the normal world.
Is that the end of the game, Shuddy Boy?
I mean, I have a bunch more. We could keep going or we could save them. Whatever you guys want to do.
I'm down for a couple more. This is fun.
All right.
I like being challenged.
Elena.
That's a Hispanic name?
Yes.
The hottest girl in my
Elena.
high school was named Elena.
I have 2 people in my family named Elena, one by blood, and she is as crackery as crackers get. Let's see.
Is the other one not by blood hot?
It is a family member's wife, so I will refrain from answering that, but I will say she is a beautiful young lady.
Is it my guess?
So,
Yeah.
I went with Helen.
Oh, me too.
and it is, in fact, Helen.
Flippity flip flop doinks. Whoops, I didn't mean to play that one. Nah, fuck it.
Enrique.
Let me look at the ones that we've already done so I don't repeat again. Enrique. N.
Kevin, with the few that you got correct, you could use probably most of your
Yeah.
guesses
Oh,
again.
shut up, Shuddy boy.
Yeah, you can recycle a few of those.
Enrique. Ah! All right. I'm just going to make a stupid bing boing guess that seems the most obvious to me. I went with Eric.
Oh, me too.
Henry.
Ah! Ow!
It's all right there.
Ow.
Henry.
Yeah. Should have known that one.
The more Kevin sounded it out, I'm like, he's going to get this. He's going to get this.
No, there was no way I was going to get that.
Yeah, he was a heavy underdog
Yeah.
to get that one.
All right, let's do one more, Shuddy.
All right. Benito.
Benito.
Like, the only Benito I can think of is Benito Mussolini. So that's not.
Very misunderstood world leader.
I don't know if you.
Wrong place, wrong time, Shuddy. You're not going to turn your back on your fellow Italians, are you? So we make some mistakes in the past.
All right, you have to reveal first, Geoff.
I went Benjamin.
Oh, God damn it. So did I.
Benedict.
Oh, no way. No
I was going to
way.
say that, but I don't know. I thought it was too easy.
What if we had just said Ben?
I would have
No,
asked you to go further.
And I would have told you
did.
to go fuck yourself.
So by a score of 10 to 10 to
No way,
7.
Kevin had more. Oh,
10 to 7. Jeff
it was
wins.
closer than I thought it was.
It was also closer than I thought it was. But you, Jeff, were the only one that had points on names that the other one didn't guess at all.
Yeah, he
Didn't guess
chopped a couple.
correctly.
Yep.
Man, it sounds like somebody is listening to the score from Blade Runner 2049 in the background.
Yeah, I think the gardeners are out and about working.
That's what
Don't say it, Shuddy. Don't say it.
no, it's a lawnmower
Or a weed whacker. Because it's just like...
or a leaf blower.
They heard all these Mexican names and they thought it was time to get to work.
I just said don't say it, Jeff!
I
Just said it!
I
God
couldn't
damn.
help it. We all knew I wanted to say it.
Yeah.
Like Michael Scott there.
That's what she said.
Until Kevin said that to me, I had no idea what he was talking about. And then it clicked and I was like, oh no.
Oh, I was
Now
waiting
it's
there for like
off.
5 minutes already.
You motherfuckers. All right. Well, thank you, Shuddy. That was fun. That was a good idea.
You're welcome. I have several more so we can get another 1 or 2 rounds out of it.
Sick. All right. I'm down.
And I just have it saved as the untitled name game.
I actually saw quite a few movies. 2 at home,
I saw 2 docs.
1 in the theater.
Well, I guess we got the rest of our show carved out.
I saw Murder Mystery 2, the new straight-to-Netflix Adam Sandler movie.
It kind of looks, the trailers made it look pretty sweet. I didn't see the first one. Is there like action in it?
Yeah. And I did see the first one, and I remember thinking like, that was decent. That wasn't that bad. I enjoyed myself. I feel like what really hurts comedies is your batting average. Like if you take a lot of swings and it's a majority of misses, it sort of takes away from the actual hits. Like when there is something funny on screen, if you're still kind of like, ugh, from like the last 5 cringy misses, it can even kill your successes. So what I liked about Murder Mystery 2 is it didn't necessarily swing for the fences left and right. It was just kind of charming and fun. And then there were like straight up funny moments. Like I watched it with Carl and the two of us got a lot of big laughs out of it. The cast was good. It's a little James Bondy in a way where it jumps to different big cities and stuff. And Sandler's just the fucking man. Like, I don't know, even watching some of Sandler's more critically panned movies, I just like watching Adam Sandler on screen, you know? I would vote to put him on our money. Like,
You think he's got the highest approval rating of any actor?
I don't know, because I've definitely met
Even
people.
Chris Pratt gets shit.
Yeah. And I like Chris Pratt. I think he's a really charming leading man. I like watching him and shit.
We got it. You want him in John Cooper.
I mean, fuck. Yeah.
That would get that movie made, huh?
Oh my God. Yeah. But like I've met people that like, even if you go back to the Sacred Cow Adam Sandler stuff, they're like, yeah, I never liked Adam Sandler. And it just breaks my brain. Like, how? And then on top of all that, he just has the reputation for being one of the fucking nicest human beings on earth.
And no one's got anything bad to say about him.
Yeah.
You are like pretty much best friends with him since you met him that one time, right?
Yeah. I mean, we haven't spoken since, but I'm sure that 5 minutes we spent talking is imprinted on his brain forever. But I don't.
You're a good first impression guy.
We both were pleasantly surprised and really enjoyed Murder Mystery 2.
Did Carl like Murder Mystery 1?
Yeah. She's kind of in the same boat as me. Like, we watched it when it came out, and we're both like, I enjoyed my time. But she was like, should we watch the first one again first? Because I don't really remember it. And I was like, I don't think they're going to do too many callbacks. It's kind of like Knives Out. It's like a silly Knives Out. They're just on to the next thing. But I don't know. I'll suck 3.5 murder mystery dicks. It was time well spent. It's not overly long. Doesn't outstay its welcome. If you like Sandler, it's fucking, according to me and Carl, definitely worth your time. I enjoyed it.
I was on the fence. I might check it out, actually.
I probably will not.
Shuddy boy just hates America.
Yeah, you fucking commie.
I mean, when I tell you what I've watched, you will see that my viewing tastes have changed over recent months.
Yeah, you're watching a lot of martial arts and kaiju movies.
Yep.
Which
I don't hate. Ain't nothing to fuck with.
Carl and I watched a Michelle Yeoh movie from the 80s this past weekend, and that was fucking sick.
I bought a stack of Kung Fu movies. Let me go grab them.
All right, well, why don't you, while he's doing that, Geoff, why don't you tell us about whatever murder thing you watched?
I watched after the suggestion I got from Carl, I watched Who Killed Robert Wan. Excuse me.
Yeah, she was telling me about that. No, I don't watch any of these things because I have you and Carl to give me the cliff notes and save me time so I can watch scripted things. But she did tell me that this one involved a dead man and a cum-filled anus.
What?
Yeah, well, there was 2 episodes, and that was the cliffhanger of the first episode. They found cum in this dead guy's anus. Damn it.
Yeah, that noise you hear in the background is Geoff getting a boner thinking about this guy's dead cum-filled anus.
I
thought it was the vibrator in Jeff's asshole.
I came on it real quick so it will go in my ass easier.
Oh, we got fucking Enrique, Ricardo, and Pablo out there just going to work.
No, that's the vibrator in your ass. Geoff, can you turn it down a little bit just for the show, just for the sake of the listeners?
You want me to go out there and yell at those fucking? I'm not gonna say it.
Yell at the vibrator.
I'm not gonna say it as a pejorative, but you knew where I was going with that.
Don't blame any other race for the vibrator in your ass, Geoff. Now that you said that, Shuddy, that's all I can hear. Vibrator noises.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm sorry, guys. But Who Killed Robert Wan? It's about a attorney in Washington D.C. that went to stay at his buddy's house, who he went to college with, and who was also a Washington D.C. lawyer. Are you guys laughing about the thing outside?
Yeah,
I don't know what to do. I don't know.
It has just got into overdrive ever since you started talking about a dead guy's cum-filled ass. It is just, before it was like every couple minutes, and now it's just,
saw this guy had cum in his ass.
Oh!
Yeah. So they found this guy dead. His homies called 911 after they found him dead in their place, because this guy asked if he could sleep over after a long night of work, and he went to sleep over at his buddy's house, who was living with his boyfriend and their boyfriend. So it was 3 gay guys, 1 supposedly straight guy, 90 minutes after he went to like sleep over at this guy's house, they called 911 saying they found him stabbed to death. And the whole documentary is about the police investigation, the defense attorney's case, trying to get his client's murder case acquitted. And it was fucking good. Carl knows her murder crime docs, and it was really enjoyable. The whole house got a kick out of it and had fun watching it. The cliffhanger was ridiculous. The ending was crazy, and the whole story was nuts. I can't even honestly, I can't even come up with a guess as to what had happened. It was a really good documentary. I'll give it a 4.25. I'll suck 4.25 Robert Juan dicks. Damn it. I think I would take the shot of jizz. Oh, had a lot going on. Talking to the cops, had police interrogation footage. It had
cum-filled assholes.
What else? It had friends of Robert Juan. It had the defense attorney of the accused murderers. He was awesome on camera. It's a great documentary. Really nothing bad to be said about it.
All right.
And I watched another documentary, but we'll go after you guys go. Or I'll go after you guys go.
Did you see anything new, Shuddy, or are you just watching old shit?
Just watching old shit.
Yeah. Well.
So, Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, was this week's kaiju or last week's kaiju movie.
Okay.
Which was a lot of fun. Very silly. I loved the Rodan's face, and Godzilla always looked shocked.
Yeah, there's some, I think HBO Max for a while had something called it was in the Godzilla universe. It was Destroy All Monsters or something like that. And the banner image they chose just looks like if you gave Geoff some crayons, construction paper, and some Elmer's glue, and he made a hand puppet. That's what it looked like this fucking monster was. It was just like... So...
Draven shot at me.
No.
Draven,
that was a compliment to you and a shot at the Godzilla movie.
Draven said that these era of Godzilla films are considered the Cookie Monster Godzilla, because that's what he kind of looks like. He looks like a Sesame Street version of himself sometimes.
Yeah, some of these monsters get silly.
I enjoy it. There was nowhere that had it good quality dubbed, so we did watch it subbed.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I like watching shit subbed. So does Geoff's ass, apparently.
These guys are about to come into my fucking bedroom.
But I know that you'll appreciate these coming into the collection to watch.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Donnie Yen. Those Ip Man movies are so goddamn good. I just watched Iron Monkey with Donnie Yen. And there's definitely a few parts of that movie where they sped things up. Like, you could clearly see that they were sped up to make it look faster. But there are parts where it is not sped up, and that dude is still so lightning fast.
That was in consideration for the Kung Fu movie we watched last week because of your recommendation.
Dude, you should make it the next one, because it's pretty not only is Donnie Yen and a couple other people kicking ass, but there's a little kid in it, and he fucking kicks ass somehow. And it's definitely because it's from the early 90s, but it was filmed in China or Hong Kong and I'm guessing their child actor rules and regulations didn't catch up with ours by then, because people were taking real swings at this kid, swinging real weapons at him, and he's dodging them and shit and doing really impressive kung fu moves. It was kind of fucking weird seeing a little kid do kung fu. But yeah, Iron Monkey, if you're doing kung fu movies, you got to work that into the rotation.
Yeah, we watched The Master of the Flying Guillotine.
Oh, that's a weird one.
Yeah. It seemed like that chunk of the fighting tournament did not need to be in the movie, because it really didn't do anything for the plot, other than be a lot of fun watching them just kill each other in Mortal Kombat style fighting.
Yeah, I mean the plots of kung fu movies are always paper thin. You're really just there for the meat and potatoes, the ass kickings.
Yeah, which was great.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that one too. That's a cool one. I did go to the theater and saw a movie that you guys clowned me for saying had a pretty good trailer, and that's the new Dungeons and Dragons movie, Honor Among Thieves, which
That's doing very well on that aggregate site Geoff doesn't like us talking about.
and I think Geoff is muted. Looked like he tried
My
to
brother said he was going to go see that. Sorry, I muted my stuff while the gardeners were finishing up. I think they're done. I hope they're done.
I'm telling you,
Did
man,
you
it
like
was.
Dungeons and Dragons?
I did. I think the reason that movie had a great trailer is because it was a fucking fun movie.
Did Carl go and see it with you?
She did.
God, you're the worst.
She
Dude,
wanted
Carl
to.
had fun
She
seeing
should
it.
just fucking dump you. Let's be honest.
She wanted to see it. She was like, "Did you get the
I'm
tickets
sure
yet?"
she did. She's more of a trooper about that stuff than you are with true crime docs. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's true.
You selfish piece of shit.
She legitimately wanted to see it. You fucking fart eater. She I will say a lot of it hinged on the fact that she has a crush on Chris Pine, and she also
He's ugly. He's probably got a small penis.
She also really likes Hugh Grant, who was the bad guy in it. So it checked 2 boxes, and she thought the same thing when she saw the trailer. She was like, "Am I crazy, or does that look like it's kind of good?" And we both enjoyed it. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like it was in the vein of Willow or Princess Bride, where it kind of just is constantly moving them to new, cool fantasy set pieces and introducing a new beast or monster or something they have to overcome, and there's some goofiness and silliness thrown in, and it fucking worked. I don't know, man.
Was it as charming as those 2 classics you just mentioned?
No, but not far off. Like I do think Willow and Princess Bride are pretty incredible movies. I don't know. Is Princess Bride a 5-dicker?
I mean, yeah.
I would
Whoa.
classify it as 5-dicker for sure.
Well, I just consulted my Letterboxd page, and I do have it as a 5-dicker. So yeah, Dungeons and Dragons is not a 5-dicker, but it's a 3.75-dicker. I feel like Chris Pine is a solid leading man. I think those Star Trek movies he did kicked ass, and I don't give a fuck about Star Trek. But I think he was really
I
good.
have no problem with Chris Pine.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not leading more things. He's fucking good. He's a good actor. He's handsome. He pulls off the humor well. He pulls off the action well, although he doesn't get a ton of action in this because he's kind of like... He's not the muscles of the operation, so you don't get to see him kicking a ton of ass, but I guess he's pretty good at avoiding people's attacks on him. But I don't know. I feel like it's leagues better than any Dungeons and Dragons movie has any right to be. That's for goddamn sure. Got a good response out of the theater. It was kind of packed. I dug it. Any more cum-filled asshole documentaries you watched, Geoff?
I watched Waco, American Apocalypse. Me and Cheech banged that out on last week, one night, one viewing. It's a 3-part, 1-hour Netflix documentary about the Waco situation.
Yeah, Carl.
Excuse me, situation.
Carl watched that too. Surprise, surprise.
Did you watch that?
No,
he didn't.
I don't like
He makes her
documentaries.
go see Dungeons and Dragons, but he won't watch
Yeah.
Waco.
She watches all that shit without me. She watches the documentaries during the week.
Because she knows that you'll have no part of it.
I've watched documentaries with her. Stop
You
that.
probably throw a hissy fit when you go over there and she wants to watch something like that. So she's just learned to
Yeah.
not share her passion with you.
Don't project your fucking cuck energy on me, Shuddy
So
boy.
she shares her passion with me, Kevin. How does that make you feel? It was pretty good. I don't know. It was much better than the Netflix show that they created with the fucking, I can't remember his name, Taylor something. Taylor Kitchener?
Oh, yeah, the guy that played Gambit in the Wolverine movie.
Yes. And the guy who was in
John
True,
Mars.
sure, I was gonna say True Detective season 2, but yeah. Okay. The documentary was much better. They had pretty cool footage. They had a lot of like news footage from the actual like story or from the day that it was shot. They had interviews with several of the FBI and like federal agents involved in the situation. Specifically, the coolest guy was the guy who was in charge of the FBI HRT team, which is, I don't forget what the HRT stands for. Hostage something team. Hostage recovery team, I think. And they're like the last line of defense. Like when shit is really bad, they'll bring these guys in and they look for like whatever ways to diffuse the situation. Usually like fucking murder,
Killing the bad
right?
guys.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And the guy who's in charge of the team is just a fucking badass.
I want to get your thoughts on Carl's gripe with this one. She wanted to know more about the cult and David Koresh and how it all got started and stuff. And she said it barely even touched on any of that shit and was mostly just the FBI's viewpoint.
I think it did a decent enough explaining like the origin of Koresh and like the Branch Davidians. It didn't go as like it would almost have to be another episode for I think Carl's back to get scratched in this situation, but I thought it did an all right job. I mean, a lot of the people that they had a few former Branch Davidians guys that got out before, obviously. The whole complex got burned to the fucking ground, but
yeah.
I feel like it was mostly told from the FBI standpoint. So it was kind of like the Netflix show more or less gave David Koresh's side of things, or was at least more like, I don't know, considerate of how he was feeling or their attitudes and maybe the Branch Davidians not being as terrible as the media and the government portrayed him to be. Whereas this one, it was more like government friendly.
Yeah.
But I prefer this one more just because it was, I don't know, I prefer a documentary than the dramatization, but I don't fully believe the documentary. Like I'm still a little iffy as to the federal agents like stance and rationale behind like invading these guys. I guess well, that's not true. If they've figured out that this guy was having sex with children regardless of the religious stance, then that needs to be stopped.
Yeah.
But one of the former Branch Davidians that they had in there who's still like brainwashed or believes that shit, she was saying like what he did, like having sex with 12, 13, 14-year-olds wasn't illegal because in their world and the society they were trying to create, like that was okay. It was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
It was like this person was saying this on camera after doing jail time, after all those people got burned to the ground, like, I don't know, in an interview this year, like recently. It's kind of like that lady's fucked, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully her kid never had a relationship with her again. I think she had a kid that didn't die. Anyways, it was pretty good. Not as good as the Robert Wan documentary that Carl recommended. I'll give this one I'll give it a 3.75 because the 3 episodes, while it lasted close to 3 hours, it did kind of breeze by, and it was a nice, easy watch.
All right. My final thing, I'm surprised neither of you guys checked it out on Apple TV Plus. The Tetris movie.
Oh,
I
did it
didn't
come out?
realize that was out already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it came
me
out this
neither.
weekend. I can't even remember what got me a free trial to Apple TV, but whatever it was, I did not get the courtesy tap that they were about to blow a load in my mouth and start charging my card. So I got the mouthful of cum, so to speak, and then was like, oh no.
How much cum in the form of dollars did you get in your mouth?
What is it, like $6 a month?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
not
they
expensive.
raised it from 5 to 7. That's what I thought I saw. But
Yeah, but I got charged for a month. And What's
Apple
up, Shuddy?
TV is one of the ones that I pay for and almost never watch.
Yeah, like if they had a whole bunch of originals, like I know people flip out about the series and Ted Lasso and all that stuff, but like they don't really have a lot of original movies. And then that's it, I think. If it wasn't an Apple TV movie, you got to pay to rent it. So I was just like, all right, like if there ever is anything that I'm just dying to see on Apple, whatever, I can pay to rent it somewhere. But I spaced
we got
out.
to start another GoFundMe.
I may
Keep
yes.
your Apple Plus subscription going.
Yeah, would you guys mind raising another $7 for me?
We're gonna fire up another Patreon tier, $7 Apple Plus Patreon tier.
Yeah, I'll just describe what I'm watching as I watch movies. But like I don't know, when I saw that this was coming out, I was like, okay, cool. At least there's like a movie that I am interested in seeing. Because in all honesty, I remember when they announced they were making a Tetris movie, I thought it was going to be like the Angry Birds movie and like the Emoji movie, where the fucking Tetris pieces were talking characters and shit. I didn't realize it was going to be a story about the making and distribution of Tetris, starring Taron Egerton, who I think is fucking awesome. Like years ago, he's been my number one pick for the lead in Iron Lung. Like I thought he was awesome in the Kingsman movies, and Eddie the Eagle is not to be fucked with. I fucking love that movie. And he crushed it in this too. I did not know the story of Tetris, but it involves, late 1980s USSR Russia, which is one of the more terrifying things on the fucking face of the earth. Like, holy shit.
Have to watch Rocky 4.
And just the way this guy threw himself, like without even a second thought, like, oh yeah, I'll go to Russia to try and get this game for us. Like, the motherfuckers almost got murked. Families almost got destroyed just to put Tetris out, which was quite shocking to me. I never put too much thought in it. It was just a game. The only game I can remember my mom trying to boot me off my Nintendo so she could play it.
Wow, you probably had some grudge against Tetris for causing that situation.
I think like that was back in the day when you bought video games at Toys R Us, you had to lift the flap and take a ticket and pay for the ticket and then take it to the booth. And I must have gotten a good report card or something because my mom was like, you know what? You get a Nintendo game. And I didn't know what to pick. And I knew Tetris was like super popular, and I think she might have been sort of gently nudging me. And I was like, oh man, it's like a puzzle game. I wanted to, jump on people's heads or shoot people. So she was definitely way more into Tetris than I was. But the movie was fucking good, man. It was pretty scary, the shit these people had to go through. And, I know you have to take some of this stuff with a grain of salt because they like to zhuzh things up and make them a little bit more sexy and thrilling for the big screen. But
Kind of like Waco.
if, I don't know, 60% of the stuff that happened in the movie happened in real life, Christ, that is terrifying. But solid watch, man. It was fucking good. I'll suck 4 Tetris sticks. I'll take that long straight piece and just deep throat it.
Hey, did it save Apple TV for you?
No.
You're still going to axe Apple TV.
Yeah.
Supposedly the Jason Segel, Harrison Ford thing is pretty good. I don't remember who was telling me. Thought it was one of you two, but no, apparently not.
I've heard that's
Nope.
good, and the one with Adam Scott is supposed to be good too. Severance.
Severance. Yeah, it's supposed to be
Yeah.
very good.
Mythic Quest is pretty good if you want something kind of brain dead.
That's kind
I
of
like
my
the way
level.
they did baseball, and it's only $7, I guess.
And Ted Lasso, the first 2 seasons are fantastic. I haven't finished the third yet.
Oh, like I spend again every like probably 2 or 3 days. I'll spend $5.50 on a coffee. So it's like I don't know. I'm not going to shut down the Apple thing, even though it is pretty easy. You just like go to your subscriptions and your settings, and you can just turn it off pretty quickly.
Yeah. Who knows? Hopefully, I'll remember to do that once we finish the show today.
You probably won't though.
I won't. I didn't even remember to hit record on the Zoom,
That was Shuddy's fault though.
and I do that every week.
He took the blame for that, if you remember.
Yeah, whatever. Well,
It was Shuddy's fault.
how about instead we just do some...
Voicemails, yay!
Yay!
It's been a minute. We got to check in, as I'm sure people are still relentlessly calling. Yep, they definitely are. So this pile is getting bigger quicker than it's getting smaller.
We should make note. So how many are there right now?
Incalculable.
It doesn't have a number on it?
No.
Oh.
I think at this point, voicemail thing is 99 plus. So,
Okay.
and it's crazy. We also haven't even given the number out in like well over a year, maybe 2. Yet they're still coming in. So let's try and give this the old college try and chip away here. Yeah. Oh, I'll remember to do this. Unplug. Plug back in. Oh, cool. Now it's buzzing. That's awesome. Damn you.
From Reno.
Can you guys hear it?
Mm-hmm.
I know with this new Zoom setup, my audio gets to you guys much quieter.
Someone from Reno.
Ah.
I'm listening to your episode right now. You guys are talking about whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Look, man, if it is a Christmas movie, you have to vote it the best fucking Christmas movie, right? Because it's fucking Die Hard. So there's nothing that compares to that in any way, shape, or form of in the Christmas, bracket of movies. So just admit that it's the best fucking Christmas movie and take it off the list. All right? Or it's not a Christmas movie and take it off the list. But if it were, it would be the best fucking Christmas movie. Right? So let everybody else have their little, shot at fucking, being the best Christmas movie.
I feel like this guy maybe should have called 911 when he started smelling toast and not the voicemail line.
It's like he did some blow. He's all fired up on this take.
He is very passionate about this take. I love it.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, we like your passion, sir.
Take Die Hard out of it, dude. I mean, it's like fucking, I don't know.
Well said.
Fuck, man, I just lost my train. God damn it. I don't even have to smoke weed to be this dumb. Anyways, I love you guys. Love the show. You guys take care. Later.
Love you too.
To be fair,
I
that
do
voice...
respect that passion, but I got to push back a little bit. If it's tough to compare across genres, but even throwing it into the Christmas bracket, I think I still like Christmas Vacation more.
I need to step away for a moment.
Okay.
All right. I think I like.
Shuddy Boy has to take a shit.
I don't want to like come off disrespectful or say anything like sacrilege, but I think I even like Bad Santa and perhaps Home Alone more than Die Hard.
Just
like
as
Die
a
Hard
movie?
kicks ass. Yeah.
So if we were hanging out and somebody was like, hey, let's put on a movie, you would prefer all of those over Die Hard?
I think it's tough to. And the one thing that I'll say is that it's. I don't know. There are Christmas movies, and I don't really want to watch them at non-Christmas time. So in that sense, it's almost like Die Hard wins by default.
Yeah, which
But
proves that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's just an action movie that takes place near Christmas.
Yeah. And it didn't come out around Christmas. That to me is the biggest one. Like that's the biggest, like, okay, that's pretty much the end of the conversation.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what this human would like to say.
Hey, boys. I had a random brain question that I thought of when I was on my route today.
It's better not be about fucking woolly mammoth meatballs. Shuddy's going to get even more pissed.
That's Canada Ken. I had called in earlier, and then I thought of this question, but I was too cold to call back, so now I'm in the car. I figured I'd call and ask you. All right, so you guys know the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, Leatherface.
Yep.
So I was thinking today, would it be racist? Which would be more racist, I guess?
Oh, my
If
God.
he was to kill a black person and wear their face, as he does with other faces, but then he would be wearing blackface. And I don't know if that would fly.
Are we about to debate the ethics of leather blackface?
I mean, it feels like a very MSPH topic.
Hi.
I'm a little uncomfortable discussing it as well, but this is kind of our shtick. This is our wheelhouse.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with this either, but sometimes we do have to roll our sleeves up and get down and dirty. So, all right, let's hear out the rest of Canada Ken.
Want to show you into what's going on?
So, Canada Ken called in and wants to know, basically, there's 10 seconds left in the voicemail, but essentially he's asking, is it racist if Leatherface kills a black guy and then cuts his face off and wears it, like he does with his victims?
I think, we gotta let Anakin finish.
Yeah.
Would it be more racist for him to avoid killing black people and wearing their faces altogether? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Bye-bye.
So, I mean, when Leatherface, his mask is multiple faces. So maybe if like a cheek part, maybe he could get away with it, but in today's climate, yeah, if Leatherface had a piecemeal face skin mask of all black people, he's a fat white guy from Texas. It's racist.
In today's climate, what Leatherface does is just not woke, and it's just not chill.
I think he maybe could have gotten away with it in the 70s, but not in the 2020s.
Definitely could have gotten away with it in the 70s.
Back when boys could be boys,
2020 to 2020s, people are a little more touchy. I don't think they're going to stand for that.
Well, what would be what would happen to Leatherface if they found out? Was they I don't know. He would definitely trend on Twitter. That'd probably be bad news. That would really piss him off.
He would not make it to The Masked Singer. That's for damn sure.
No.
Yeah, not a good look for a chainsaw wielding mass murderer.
I do think that that final point that Canada Ken made is a valid one, where it's like it could be construed as more racist, that he's not lumping black people in or not showing them the same
brutality.
Yeah, thank you, brutality that he is for the whites.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like maybe if a cheek or an eyebrow, so there's some representation, but not blackface.
I think 3/5 of the mask should be
Oh,
black.
Jesus Christ!
Sorry.
Fuck you, Geoff.
Sorry. Sorry. And take it back. I'm just kidding.
Go to this. Oh, someone called from my blocked number. This must be juicier than fucking Canada Ken's blackface Leatherface question.
This might be someone's warranty might be up.
Oh shit.
Hey, what's up, MSPH? Leo here. Just a random brain question for you. I was discussing this with some people the other day. And do you think that Karens always side with the Karen in the video? Because I doubt that they're self-aware and they recognize themselves as Karen. So if you were just to show them a random video, whose side do you think they would take? Would it always be the Karen, or do they ever say, hey, the subway employee's right in this situation or whatever? Like, who goes up and talks to people about parking spots and stuff? It just blows my mind. But anyway, so do you guys think that they're always on side of the Karens, or they have some independent thought there of their own, or they're always just this idiot? Shuddy's probably in the best position to answer this. He probably runs into them more in the wild than anyone else, the acai business. Anyway, boys, you're killing it, as always. Keep it up. Keep subscribing, and peace.
That's a pretty good question.
Karen's are a derogatory term in Outkick, so I can't really touch this one. Leave that to you guys.
We'll sub it for you, Geoff.
That's one of the terms that's off limits over there.
Yeah. They're not chill with Karens. Well, the idea of it.
They're chill with Karens. They're not.
Sure.
I think.
Not the pejorative Karen.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and really analyze this situation. And I think a lot of people on a day-to-day basis have the potential to be Karens. Because if you take the racist shit out of it, like racist Karens that are just like, hey, there's a black guy walking his dog, get him. Like the people that flip out over parking spaces, or they're yelling at the pharmacist behind the counter. I think what separates us from the Karens is a very thin membrane of patience. Because everybody gets pissed off by things on a day when you go about your day. Like going out in public is annoying, people are annoying, traffic's annoying, getting like the last car to get stuck at a fucking red light's annoying. So like all these little things pile up, and who knows, maybe on any given day, some of these Karens you see flipping out on the internet are rational, normal people, and just one too many straws landed on their back that day, and they flipped out on somebody who didn't deserve it. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I know that there are
How many times, though, have you flipped out on somebody that didn't deserve it? How frequently does that happen? And is it bad enough that if it was caught on video, it would be worth putting out on the internet for someone?
No. I don't think I've ever had any moments like that in my past.
That's what I'm saying. So to say that everybody has a bad day and you can get a little testy with somebody who doesn't deserve it is accurate, but to the level that it gets on everybody's radar, I don't think that is an occurrence of just a bad day.
Sure. I mean, I feel like the people that are just endlessly out to narc on people, or, I need to speak to the manager and all that shit, and they're always being slighted in one way, shape, or form. They're perpetual victims. I do think that a lot of the times when you see these Karen flip out videos, it's because somebody's like, oh my God, this lady over there is losing her fucking shit. Where is my phone? Boop. So you don't catch the lead in. You just see some poor public servant just sitting there getting thrashed. And you're like, look at this fucking asshole.
Public servant.
Getting their ass chewed out for no reason. This subway worker, this waiter, whoever. I think that Karens will probably not stick together. I think when a Karen sees another Karen flipping out, they go Karen on the Karen.
Do you think so?
Not 100% of the time, but I would say the slight majority. Because I do think a lot of these people are just not self-aware. So they do always see themselves as the victims, but when it's somebody else, they can't put themselves in other people's shoes, or,
That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Karens side with Karens?
Go ahead, Geoff. I apologize.
I was going to both answer the question and avoid at the same time. I think that we don't have, or the Karens don't have the algorithms to see other Karens when they're on social media.
Oh.
So maybe they don't even really know it exists, or know they don't maybe look at it as like a same type of issue as anti-Karen people, for lack of a better way of putting it.
All right. Shuddy?
I was going to say, based on my experience when I went to Texas with that woman flipping out on the employees in Whataburger and then asking me if I agreed with her.
Help.
And her shock to me saying, no, I don't, would lead me to believe that they would be all on each other's side.
Oh.
Like a pack of cackling fucking birds.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you got...
That could be the case, too.
You just got 3 very different answers there, Leo. I realize we've solved nothing for you.
Yep, we have gone 3 steps further to muddying the waters.
But call back and leave a voicemail saying whose answer you like the most. I can't wait to hear that voicemail in fucking 4 months and not know the context of it.
Yep, not remember this conversation at all.
Yeah.
Just reply back with like Shuddy or Kevin or Geoff is right. Shuddy is right. Kevin is right. Just reply back. Hey, this is Ken. Kevin was right.
Talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye. All right, let's see what this one is.
Love you. Bye.
Whew. Just had to whip it. Whew. Hey, guys. Just a cow here. Just wanted to touch on the old credit card debate.
Oh, Just a Cow. That guy, he's a good follow on Letterboxd. I like this guy.
I mean, I don't personally use the credit card. You see me stick my finger just in the back of my ass. I scrape a little bit. I give that a sniff, you know.
Oh! A scrape. That means doo-doo flecks and anus skin particles under the fingernail. That's like an accumulation.
I would like to think that he is not using scrape correctly and it's more of a rub than a scrape with the nail.
He chose the word scrape and not the word rub.
I know, but I'm hoping he misspoke. When we're all guilty of doing that from time to time.
I mean, when you get an itchy
maybe
asshole.
he meant swipe instead of scrape.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we have been at the point where you have an itchy butthole and scratching it through the jeans or the undies isn't getting the job done, and you got to go raw dog and bare-fingered scratch your anus. And that's a step above a credit card, though. That's like a bunghole pap smear. I'm going to let him finish.
I mean, check if I'm good. I also want to get you a little bit of female perspective. Go knock on my girlfriend's doors if she's around. And you guys have lots of female listeners. They just all reside like within a lot of our girlfriends and wives. They're fans of.
Yeah, that's what we're always telling ourselves.
Yeah, I say we always we have a ton of female listeners.
Yeah.
You. Hi, baby. I'm just talking to the Mad Scientist Party Hour voicemail. And the topic question they had was, men sometimes do this thing where they stick their hand, you know what a credit card is. I credit card her through her pants all the time. They shove their credit card themselves, give themselves a sniff to see if they're fresh. So they're wondering, do women do a similar thing?
Sure. I think we do it sometimes.
A credit card, really?
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Women do credit cards too. And if you want to see my girlfriend not doing credit cards, you can also find her on OnlyFans, that 90s nerd. All right, guys, have a good one.
Whoa. I told you that guy was cool.
That guy is awesome.
Wow.
So would it be like weirder or chill if I found a way to steal his girlfriend's OnlyFans, pirate it? Because as Just a Cow, I'm sure is familiar with, I am not allowed on OnlyFans.
What if you
they don't
Venmo'd?
accept my money.
If you Venmo'd Just a Cow $5 and then he texted you some nudes?
What if I Venmo him or Apple Cash him $5? Can he put me on a group chat with him and his lady, and
Oh, that's a good one.
And she just sends, yeah, she just sends nudes or whatever OnlyFans content she's producing to the group chat.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. I like that post. Check your Venmo, just a cow, for the tip.
I reply to the fucking message with Apple Cash payment.
Yeah. All right, let's do one more.
Wait, hold on. Let me just get that 90s nerd.
I believe that's what he said, yeah.
That 90s nerd OnlyFans. I'll do this on my work computer because, fuck it.
Yeah, good.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. What's up, guys? I'm still catching up on all your guys' shit. I'm on episode 548, and you guys are talking about the Demolition Man and all the the seashells instead of the toilet paper. Okay, well, cue it up because I got a random brain question.
Got a lot of these today.
My question is, do you think that when the pandemic hit, the fucking writer who wrote this movie found out that the shells were not a good idea to use instead of toilet paper, and was just like, oh shit, I shouldn't have wrote that. Because this sounds really fucking crazy, man. Anyways, love you guys. Keep up the good work. Shuddy, I went halvesies with my brother. He's called in a couple times. And we got you that special Mountain Dew, so that should be coming. Hope you enjoy that shit. Keep on with the good shit. Geoff, you're fucking hilarious and dumb. Kevin,
thanks.
Stop your whining. All right, much love. Bye.
So what was that guy's question? Do you think the guy that wrote Demolition Man wiped his ass with seashells during COVID?
I couldn't follow it at all. If I'm being honest.
I mean, we did get clarification that you use the two seashells like chopsticks to clear the majority of doo-doo out of your ass crack, and then you take the third remaining seashell and use it like a straight razor to just comb all the doo-doo out of your naughty anus valley. So, if this guy wrote that scene in and knew what he was talking about, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he did not stuff seashells up his ass if he ran out of toilet paper during COVID.
Yeah. I think I feel like if someone ran out of toilet paper during COVID, they would just wipe their ass with with like a towel and just wash the towel.
Yeah. Or just every time you take a shit, you hop in the shower. Rinse your ass out. Yep. All right. Well, we did the Lord's work. That was fun. If you guys need more MSPH in your life, please check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. If you max yourself out and join the $10 tier, there is just an avalanche of content hitting you constantly. There's the bonus podcast we do every week after this one. There's all of our specialty shows. We do our joint shows together. I'm sure at some point MasterChef is coming back, and that means we revive Crafter Geoff Shuddy edition from the dead. So check it out. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hours. And you're supporting somebody new. It's not just the same three fucking people making boatloads of cash in the podcast game. You get to support the little guys. And if you would like to see the majority of these podcasts, you can go to youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. I would say a good 90% of the time we remember to record the Zoom. And if you want to follow us on Instagram, I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeffro Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. Also, listen to Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe go to outkick.com to know how not to be woke.
Well, if it's half as hysterical as that statement, boy, what a website.
It's more hysterical than that statement.
What else? Shuddy, merch?
I'mAllGone.com/collections/MSPH. There's hoodies, wank tops, koozies,
Wank tops.
T-shirts.
P-shirts?
Necks.
Fucking P-shirts? God, what a fun lane we live in, huh?
It was very easy to find bodily fluid puns for all of our merch.
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah, get yourself stocked up with some fucking super sweet MSPH merch. The ladies love it. All your wives and girlfriends that listen will love it too. And I guess that's about it, friends. Thank you all for listening, but until next time, something